Hi, Anshul. So today we're going to be talking about mobile virtual network operators, or MVNO for short. To start with, can you explain what it is?
Sure, Nick. MVNO stands for Mobile Virtual Network Operator. And this acronym is very popular nowadays because of the growth it is seeing in the market. Basically, what exactly an MVNO stands for is creating a telecom business, specifically a wireless telecom service business, without owning any assets. So you are basically capitalizing on existing customer base you have. You may be a financial services institution, a retail company, or a sports club. As long as you have a loyal customer base and you want to cross-sell and monetize it, you can start offering your own, telecom services, wireless telecom services to these customers by partnering with a MNO, in this case, a telecom company which has a network, and an MVNE which will enable you to provide and execute services.
What are the key growth projections for the MVNO market in Brazil, and how do they compare to global trends?
That's a great question. The MVNO market globally is expected to double to about $200 billion from a current level of about $98 billion in next 5 years, which is pretty much in line with the Brazilian growth rate. Brazilian growth rate is a tad higher than that, about 7%. And the current MVNO market in Brazil is about 1.76 billion. And based on current projection of 7% growth rate, we expect it to cross $3.76 billion in next 5 years.
And what are the primary drivers behind this expansion and growth? Are there any specific drivers in the Brazilian market compared to other global markets?
Absolutely. Brazil is a very unique market. It is the largest country in Latin America. In fact, one of the largest countries in land mass in the world. It has a population of 212 million plus. And it has a huge land mass, which means providing telecom services to the entire population, which is spread about across the country, itself is a challenge. The second is the other large business driver in Brazil has been there is extreme competition when it comes to providing services to existing set of customers. And typically we have seen even in the larger markets like North America, there are typically 3 or 4 players who capture the entire market, and then the market becomes saturated. The other drivers have been the government and the regulatory environment also. The government of Brazil has been promoting digital transformation of the enterprises, whether it is in payment system or it is in government departments and processes. And they see MVNO as one of the channels to reach deeper to the larger population of Brazil, and which include farmers, farm owners, and people in remote areas.
What are the technology trends that are shaping the industry?
Absolutely. One of the technology trend which has really expedited and accelerated the MNO market is now, earlier, if any telecom provider has to provide a wireless service, you had to go physically and procure a physical SIM. Now, most of the smartphones support something called eSIM, and that has been a very big driver for MVNO because most of these virtual operator or MVNOs have no physical presence. So they are in a position to issue eSIM, and that has become a absolute a big driver for their operations, because they don't have to mail physical SIM or distribute physical SIM. So that's a great technological advancement for virtual operators. The second is the launch of and the availability of 5G network, which allows MVNO to offer variety of services, including video streaming to support their streaming platform, or a lot of edge computing applications become easily available, including IoT application. So these variety of technological advancements have made MVNO market more appealing.
You referred to some earlier, but what sectors stand to benefit most from the growth of MVNOs, and what unique opportunities can they offer?
The beauty of MVNO market is it cuts across different verticals. You don't have to be a telecom expert. The business can be financial services. It could be retail. We are seeing interest even from sports club and religious organizations with large membership, including utility and energy companies. Because the prerequisite to create a business case for an MVNO is if you have a large customer base which you want to monetize and cross-sell services, the whole operating model of MVNO can be outsourced. You can outsource network from a telecom operator. You can outsource business applications or operations stack, which typically stands for OSS and BSS, from a system integrator like SCL Tech or an MVNE. What you need to create as an enterprise or as a business owner, if you are a financial services organization or a retail, what is your value proposition? And your value proposition to your target audience have to be compelling for them to make a switch from an existing telecom provider to you.
And what role is HCL Tech playing in this market?
HCL Tech is in a very unique position to offer MVNO offerings to their potential customer, because of a variety of reasons. And one of the reasons is HCL Tech started as a product and platform engineering company. And when it ventured into services business, some of its initial customers were actually telecom OEMs, or original equipment manufacturer. So HCL has a lot of core knowledge how the core networks work, which is the foundation of any telecom company. As HCL Tech grew its services business, HCL Tech also started working with large telecom services providers who consume this telecom equipment, and as a result, HCL also gained tremendous knowledge in business application, and operation applications which are required to run telecom operations. These are pretty much can be categorized under OSS and BSS stack. And HCL has also worked on enterprise as well as consumer side of telecom businesses. To add icing on the cake, as I said in the beginning, that a lot of MVNO fail, they do not succeed because of lack of a clear value proposition. So what we have done, we have tied up in Brazil with a consulting organization which has a telecom consulting practice, and they bring a lot of experience in creating business case. They get involved in the early stage of business planning and help fine tune the value proposition for their customers, including the external value proposition which they will launch to the market. And before the launch, they ensure that business case is very well planned and very well thought out.
That's great. Anshul, thank you so much for your time and insights.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much.